Hi, this is Kelly Elsas with IdeateTV. We are at the Dances with Films Festival with Luisa and Michaela for Pleasure Seeking.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for sitting down with me. Okay, so talk to me about the inspiration behind your film.
The film, it's really, I wrote it during a time when I was going through a lot of both emotional and physical pain. And I think it kind of came out of the kind of current culture that we're in of like instant gratification and the habits that people form when they're trying to mask that pain.
That's really honest, and I feel like a lot of people would definitely really resonate with that.
Yeah. We've had some really good feedback. Like people have come up and said that. I think it's kind of in the just in the world at the moment, everyone's really feeling that way. The film has a lot of like social media addiction in it as well, which is very much, yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's so current and like prevalent in culture. So I feel like a lot of people would really resonate with that. And
Yeah.
it just sounds very much like a timepiece about something that's like social media is such a major part of people's daily lives.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah,
that's really
definitely.
cool. Yeah. And you guys are both from Australia.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys are from Brisbane.
I'm from Brisbane, and
I live in Sydney. Yeah.
Okay, wait, yes. Okay. Amazing.
Yeah.
And did you guys fly in for this?
yeah. So we flew in on Wednesday.
Nice.
So it's been a bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And
Jet lag.
And then our screening was on Friday night, and we were, of course, in the midnight shorts. So I'm still kind of feeling a bit jet lagged, to be honest, because it's only been a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me about casting.
So our lead, Charlotte Friels, I'd actually seen her, she went to NIDA, and I'd seen her end of year, they put out like a show reel,
Yeah.
and I saw her and I really wanted her to be in this film that I was writing, which I think it wasn't even fully realized yet. I hadn't even like gone through like a proper draft or anything yet. And I met with her and she was keen to do it, which was really great. And then when we finally came around to being able to make the film after our like crowdfunding stage and everything, she was still able to do it, and which was amazing because she is super talented. She's a great actress and amazing to work with as well.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And we and for our other cast, we had our casting director Lucas. He also did a fantastic job and really helped in that process. So
I think it was the feedback we kind of got from the actors reading it was they were like, this is such a bizarre script in like a great way. They were like, we can't not do this. And it gave us a chance to, like, there were a couple of small roles, and usually for shorts it's kind of hard to get, great actors, or not great, like actors with names, so to speak, kind of in our industry to do shorts. But it was great that the script was so resonant and so well written that the cast kind of really wanted to jump in and come for a few hours just to kind of be in it. So that was exciting.
Yeah, and we had Will McNeil play Tommy, and that was a suggestion from Lucas. And as soon as I saw him reading the script, I was like, he definitely has to play Tommy. And Alfie Gledhill I'd seen in another Australian film, and we thought he would be great to be able to, even though it was a small part, unfortunately. So I'd love to work with him again as well. And Paul, of course, Paul Capsis, who's quite an iconic Australian actor, and so we were stoked to have him in it as well.
That's really exciting. When you guys were shooting, how many locations did you guys do? And like, obviously this was shot in Australia.
Yes.
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 That's exciting.
We shot in Sydney. So it was pretty much all in an apartment. and
just outside. Oh yeah, the hospital and kind of the streets outside the apartment. It was pretty contained.
Yeah.
I think it started much bigger, but with the constraints of short
Yeah.
filmmaking, of course, it kind of we found ways to make it as contained as we can. So pretty much 90% is set in the apartment.
Yeah, because we
That's
only
cool, though.
we only had 3 days. That was
Yeah.
all we could kind of afford to do on
Yeah.
our small budget. So originally the script had a lot more locations, but we had to sort of bring that back down
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it all kind of works out that way, though. That's probably you probably like got everything you needed in those 3 days, and it probably came out better than expected because you were able to like narrow it down to like the streets and the apartment and sometimes like the best projects.
Yeah, it was I mean it was a pretty tight schedule still.
Yeah.
But you do kind of get things that you didn't expect
For sure.
to get because
Yeah.
you're like forced into
Yeah.
figuring out exactly what you need and cutting anything that doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I generally speaking, like, I mean, I even say this about films that feature films that I watch from like Hollywood. I think constraints breeds creativity, and I think like that. I mean, the short filmmaking is the, most extreme kind of version of that example of that. But I think, in my experience with indie filmmaking, I think sometimes constraints just even can create an even better product than you thought.
Yeah. What do you guys want people to take away from this film when they watch it?
I think I was putting this out there. Like I was hoping that people might feel seen from it. As you said, it's quite vulnerable. And for me, when I watch films that I can relate to, that's really like the most important thing. And I think it's kind of like comforting when you see something like that. So yeah.
What are both of your favorite movies currently and or like growing up?
Ooh, I saw. It's hard to narrow it down to like a favorite because I
on the
watched
spot
so many
really?
movies. I saw a film last. I think, more recently, it was called Urchin. It's a British film, and I thought it was brilliant. But growing up, my favorite film was an Australian film, Moulin Rouge.
Oh my gosh, stop. That's
Yes.
so good.
My favorite film at the moment is probably in the last couple of years is La Chimera, which is an Italian film by Alice Rohrwacher. She's my all-time favorite director at the moment. And yeah, I think growing up, my favorite films, I grew up on a lot of like Gene Kelly, Judy Garland kind of films. And I think Anchors Away was my favorite film growing up, but also Back to the Future. So polar opposite to La Chimera, but yeah.
What do you guys think of being in LA versus Australia?
For film festivals or just generally?
Generally and film festivals.
I think, I mean, generally, there's a lot of similarities, I think, between Australia and, America. LA, I mean, it's for film festivals, like, really, I think this one in particular is so good at, like, community building and kind of visibility, which I think just generally speaking, there's more room for probably in the American industry and particularly in LA. And I think it's a little kind of harder to get, just generally in Australia, hard to get visibility internationally because people kind of forget we exist. So it's really
Far away.
we're very far away. So it's great to kind of be in the, kind of the hub of really filmmaking in the world, to be honest, and being part of this and meeting people and talking to, people like you and doing these kinds of interviews. And it's a really, unique experience for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's my first time in LA, so it's just been like exciting to be here and we've had a great time. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hollywood Walk of Fame right outside.
Yeah, it's right outside.
It's really right outside. It's right there.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons like this festival is just so like iconically Hollywood. Like,
yeah.
We have to screen at the Chinese theater. We have to go watch our screening at the Chinese theater. So.
Yeah, and being able to see the film on that kind of screen with that sound system was really incredible. And so that's why we had to come just to see that.
Yeah. Did you guys always know that you'd be filmmakers, like when you were kids?
Yeah. I when I was like 8 years old, I just for whatever reason I decided that I wanted to direct. I think it was I would watch like a lot of behind the scenes like featurettes like on the end of like VHS and everything. And then somehow I didn't waver from that. So I would make like my cousins and things be in films when I was a kid, and all kinds of things.
Yeah, pretty much the same for me. I grew up in a very my family was quite creative, so that was nice, and grew up on a lot of classic movies. And cool. Similarly, I used to always watch the director's commentaries on DVDs, and I really want to bring that back. I miss that. We need that again. So yeah, exactly the same. I think just from a very big passion and love for film from a very young age.
Is there a certain genre you guys kind of gravitate toward in film?
For me, at least as an audience member, I will watch pretty much anything. I love genre such as horror, thriller, romance, those kinds of really specific genres. But I love anything that has a kind of a uniqueness to it or something special. And as a filmmaker, I just want to make kind of everything, which is kind of nice, but then also difficult to kind of sometimes what am I trying to say?
Narrow it down.
Thank you.
No worries.
So but yeah, I mean, pleasure seeking is a horror, and that's a genre that we both body horror, thriller, psychological kind of drama, that's a genre and a tone we both gravitate to naturally in our work. So
similar. Watching, I love everything really. I don't discriminate against any genre. I'll see it all. But I guess with what I'm writing and working on, it's more in the psychological drama kind of space.
Yeah. So where can people watch this movie, and where can people follow your careers? On social media or wherever? So we our Instagram is pleasureseeking.film on Instagram. And our next festival is Revelation in Perth, so that will be our Australian premiere. And then we'll hopefully have some more festivals to come. And
this is I was going to say, this is the very beginning of our festival run. So we had our world premiere at Dead Center in Oklahoma, and that was 2 weeks ago, I believe. And this is our second, it's our West Coast premiere. So we're at the very beginning, so stay tuned, I suppose, on where it will go next.
That's really exciting. And thank you guys for taking the time to chat with me.
Thank you. It was great to meet you.
Of course, it's great to meet you guys too.
Thank you so much.